Welcome back to Snippet Coder, and we are back with another video, and this is a new video for our snippet series. And in this video we will learn about how to make dependent dropdown in our Flutter application. So suppose if we have any parent-child dropdown, so we will learn in this video how to make that thing workable. And here we have the example. Here we have the country dropdown, and here we are getting all the countries, and when we select any of the country, on the basis of that country it will give us all the states of that countries. If we select here any state, it will get selected. So now if I change any country here, so it will refresh the state data and it will give us all the state of that particular country. So before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to use the same package of Snippet Coder utils, and we are going to use this package just for using our dropdown and all. And this package, we have newly added a new control, that is dropdown, and here you can see all the documentation of that. So here we have added dropdown visit, and here the example code how to use this package, and here we have to provide the list of collection for this dropdown, and here we are adding the data here. Then we have the code to add the dropdown here, and that we will cover in the video. So make sure you are using the latest version of 1.0.8, and you should also give us the light button here. So now let's move to the code part to have the implementation of that dependent dropdown and all. So first of all, we have to add the package here, and we will go to the PubSpec, and there we will add the package here, and the name of the package is snippet_coder_utils, and the version we are using a 1.0.8. So now we will go to our main.dart file, and from here we will remove all the unnecessary code which is not required, and here we will create a new page and we will link here. The page name is home_page.dart file, and we will make it as a stateful visit home page, and we will link this page here, and we are linking here as a home page, and here we will import the file. So now we will go to our home page and we will remove all the unnecessary code which is not required, and here we will import the material. So here we will require few variables, and the first one we are requiring here list type of dynamic countries, and we will make it as an empty array, and this will be used for our dropdown for our country dropdown. And here we will require one variable that will be used for mapping our value of that dropdown of country dropdown, and for that we will make it as a string as a nullable, and we are naming it as a country ID. And here we will create override, and we will add the function of void end state, and here we have super dot end state. So now we will fill this countries array with the dummy data, and here we have this dot countries dot add, and we will add here, and here we are putting as a ID 1 and ID, and then we have the label here that we need to show in our dropdown. The first country name we are putting here India, and just for the testing we are just putting as a 2 countries here just for testing purpose. And then we have the ID for the second country, then we have that label here, and we will change it to UAE. So now we will design our UI, and there we will learn how this dropdown work in our utility of Snippet Coder, and there we will understand how to link this data over there, the dropdown and all. And here we will, in the build, we will change it to stateful visit, and before that we will make it as a safe area so that it will not touch our notification bar and all. And here we have safe area, and here the child here. Then here in the stateful visit we have to add the app bar, and here we have the app bar title. We are putting here text visit Flutter dependent dropdown. Then we have the background color, and we are putting here colors dot red accent. So now here we have the body part, and the body we are using here column visit because we have to show 2 dropdowns, and here we have the column visit. So now here we are going to use our Snippet Coder utility, and for that we are going to use for the purpose of the dropdown and all. And here we have form helper dot dropdown visit with label, and here we have 2 type of visit for the dropdown. One is without label and one is with label. So I will explain you how both these are working. So now let's work with our without label first. So here we have to put the hint text, and that will be shown in our dropdown, and that we are putting here select country. Then we have the value here, and the value we will assign with the variable which we have created here country ID. So whenever there will be change in the dropdown, then that value will be automatically changed. So here we will link with this dot country ID. And then we have the list data, and this data we have to show with this array, and here we will pass this dot countries. And then we have the on change event, and whenever we change any value in the drop down, it will get selected in this value variable. And here we will assign this dot country ID is equal to on change value. And also we can print here the value whatever is getting selected. So here we have selected country and we will show this value. And then we have the on validate event, and that will be used if we want to show any validation if that value is not selected. And for that purpose we can also use this one, on val, and here we will check if on validate value is equal to null, then we will return the error message, please select country. By default we will return here null. So now we have more parameters also, and those are the optional parameters. First one we are going to use here border color, and we are using here theme of context. Then we have the primary color. Then we have the border focus color, and here we are using here theme of context dot primary color. Then we have the border radius, and we are using it 10. So now here comes the important part, and we have two more optional parameter, and those are option value and the second one is a option label. So what are the purpose of these two parameters are? So let me explain you. In the drop down we have always two things. First one is a value and the second one is a label. So value is like, if you go to our this array, the value is ID here, and the label part is here, that will be shown in the front end of that drop down, and the ID part is whenever we select any drop down value and the value will be come in return, and this is the value part. So now we have to do the mapping here on the basis of the array we are passing here. So here we are passing for the value part, we are passing here ID. So we have to map here option value with the ID here, and the option label we have to pass here, we are using a label. So we will copy this and we will paste this. So in case we are just using a default values of this control, and the default values are option value is ID and the option label is name. So in case if we are putting here in the array as a ID and the name, then we are not required to pass these values. So because it will automatically fetch from the plugin itself. So now let's start the application to see how is it working or not. So here you can see we are getting a drop down here, and if we click on the drop down, you can see we are getting two values. First one is India and the second one is a UAE, because we have added only two values in the drop down. So now if I select any value, it will be get selected, and let's see in the console also. So now you can see here. So here if I change the value to India, you can see here we are getting selected country as a 1. So if I change it to UAE, it will show me selected country as a true. So now let's change the values here in the option value, and we will change it to, you can see, as a val. Okay, so now let's reload the application to see. So it will give us the error here. So now you can see here we are getting the error here because that value is not getting matched from there, because in our drop down we have only ID here, not the value here. So that's why it is giving us the error here. So now if we change here to val in both the array, and now reload the application to see, so it will start working. So now if I change it to any country, you can see here we are not getting any error, and we are getting the value of that particular country. So same thing we can do for the option label also. So if I change it to name here, and if I reload the application, so now you can see here we are getting the error here because in the array we don't have any value for the name. So now if I change it to name here, if I reload the application, so now you can see here we are not getting any error, and we are getting properly that drop down is working fine. So now if I remove both the values here, and we can see here the default value is ID and the option label value is name. So here if I change it to ID and name, we are already getting here, and we are not passing any option value and option label. And if I reload the application, so you can see here it is working properly because in the plugin we have default that value as a ID and name. So that's why it is working fine. We are getting here. So now we have used this drop down widget without any label. So here you can see we are not getting any label. So if I change this drop down widget to drop down widget with label, and in the second parameter I have to pass, you can see here in the second parameter is the label name. So I have to put here the label name, and if I put here country, so now you can see here we are getting the label here. So here you can see the label is coming for that drop down. If I change the label to anything else, country 1, so now you can see here we are getting that label only. So now let's move further to have the implementation for that second drop down also, that is a dependent drop down on the basis of that parent value change and all, and that will be our state variable and all. So now let's move to the code part. So now we will create a drop down for our state and all, and before that we have to create some variable also. And here we have the first variable, that is list type of dynamic, and this will be states masters, and this array will be used to have all the list of the state including that parent name also, that is country ID and all. and the second one is the list dynamic state, and this one will be used to mapping with our drop down and all. Then we have the string state ID. So here we have to define the data for our states master and all, and here we have this dot state masters is equal to, and here we have to define the array and all, and here we have ID 1 and the name we are using here Assam, and the parent ID we are putting here 1 because we are linking with our country as a India. That's why we are putting a parent ID as a 1. Then we will create the same one. We will copy this one and we will paste here, and the ID we will change it to 2. And here the name we can change it to any other state, and we will put here Delhi, and the parent ID will be same. And again we will copy this and we will add 2 more as a sample. And the ID we will change it 3, and here we will change it to Bihar. Then we have the parent ID 1. Then we have the fourth one, and we will change it to Punjab, and the parent ID it will be the same one, that is 1. Then we have to copy again, and then we have to put here again for our country 2, and here we will change it to 1 because we have changed that parent ID to 2 here. And here the name we will change it to Abu Dhabi, and the parent ID is 2, that is a part of the country UAE. Then again we will copy this one and we will paste here, and here we will change it to Dubai, and the ID we will change it to 2, and the parent ID will be 2 here. Then again we will copy this one and we will paste here, and we will change it to Sharjah, and the parent ID will be 3. Then again we will copy this, paste here, and the ID here we will change it to 4. The name we will change it to Ajman. Parent ID will be the same one. So this data is enough for the testing. So now let's move further. So now we'll go to our on change event for our selected country, and here we have to put the condition here, this dot states, and we will change the name to states here. This dot state is equal to this dot states master because we have all the data from the state master. So for the testing we are doing everything from the local variable and all. You can do this in the similar way you can do with the API also, by calling the API instead of doing this code here, and then you can from the API also you can fetch the data, and you can also modify the data in the dropdown and all. And here we have state master, and there we will put the condition dot where, and we will change it to state item. Variable name we will change it to state item, and we will check here state item because this is a dynamic. So here we have to put parent ID is equal to, and we have to make sure we are putting here parent ID variable name will be the same one which we are using in our array, and this is the same. We will just for the confirmation we will just copy here and we will paste here, and we will put here toString. So in case if we are putting it in the string or in the number, we will just make sure we are putting the same variable casting and all. That's why we are putting it toString. And here also in the on change value, we will just put here on change value dot toString. So now here we will put to list, and here we have to empty our state ID also. So in case we have already selected any state of our any other country, so in that case we have to make sure we are just empty our state ID also, and we will put here state ID as in null here. So now we have to create another drop down for our state also, and here we have form helper dot drop down with label, and here we have the label name, that is state. And then we have the hint text, and we are putting here select state. And then we have the value here, and we will change it to this dot state ID, and the list data we have to change it to this dot states. Then we have the on change event, and here we have to pass our this dot state ID is equal to on changed value, and here also we will print selected state, and here we have dollar on change value. So whenever we select any value in the drop down, it will just show us here. Then we have the on validate event also, and here we will just return null. Then we have to make the same look and feel, just we will copy this one and we will paste here. Then we have to do the important part, that is option value and option label. As we are not using the default values and all, here we have the ID for the value part, and then for the label part we are using a name, and the ID is in uppercase. Then we have the name here, we will just copy this ID and we will paste here, and the name we will change it to name here. So now reload the application to see is it working or not. So here we are getting the state. So now if I select the drop down for the state, so it will not work because that state array is empty here. So if I select any country here, so now you can see here that data has been filled in the state here. If I select here, you can see we are getting all the state of that India country. So if I select any country, it is working fine. So here if I change the country to UAE, so you can see here the state has been cleared from here. And if I select here, you can see we are getting the data for our that UAE country. So now if I show you in the console also, so here if I select country here Abu Dhabi, you can see here we are getting selected state as a 1. So if I change it to Sharjah, we are getting here 3. So here if I change it to India, so now we are getting select country as a 1 and change the state here from Delhi, then we are getting the selected state as a 2. So you can also verify here that value for the Delhi is 2 here. So that's why we are getting here. So if I change it to Punjab, so we are getting a 4 because the value is 4 here. So you can also do the same thing with the API also. Just you need to fill this data with the API. Nothing else you have to do. Rest of the code is just same. And here also you have to call the API to fetch the data on the basis of that particular country, and rest of the code is same and everything is working according to the need. So I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, and let me know in the comment box section if you like this video or not. I will come back soon with another awesome videos. Thank you for watching the video.